So we have come to the final segment. Except with the journey, please come with me to visit Japan. So to introduce our Japan activities, can I invite Kenta Nakai, head of our IoT vertical in Japan, to share more of our Japan activities. Kenta, please.
All right, great. Thank you, Wayne. Good morning from Japan. My name is Kenta Nakai. I'm leading the IoT sector at Plug and Play Japan. I want to give you a brief introduction about the Plug and Play Japan and what and how we are doing here. So basically, the Plug and Play Japan was founded in 2017, and we do serve 6 verticals right now. So IoT, FinTech, InsurTech, Mobility, Brand and Retail, and Hard Tech and Health. So currently, yesterday, we announced a new partnership with the Tokyo Marine. So in total, we have 38 corporate partners now. So Plug and Play Japan has 2 locations all across Japan. One in Tokyo and one in Kyoto. Kyoto is the western part of Japan. So this is a Plug and Play Japan's mission, Japan's largest innovation platform, and we have 4 criteria. 1, be an entry hub for the international startups to come into Japan markets, and 2, bring Japanese startups to the world, and 3, invest in the best Japanese startups, and 4, support corporate partners innovation. So as Jupe and Patricia and Ashley already explained, a Japan office also provides these 3 functions: venture capital, accelerator programs, and also the corporate innovation. Let's take a look at one by one. So as for the investment activities, we've just started our investment activities in Japan, and we have invested in 2 startups so far. And our activity just has started, so we will be boosting up our investments in Japan going forward. So our second function is accelerator program. So this meets with our first 2 criteria: be an entry hub for international startups to come into Japan market and bring the Japanese startups to the world. So today's our topic is focusing on the IoT. So I want to touch up on the IoT sector in Japan. So this is a Japan program focus area. So we call it as an IoT program, but its focuses on the 4 industries. So one is smart industries, which equals to the smart factories. And second one, energy and sustainability, and real estate construction, and cutting edge technologies. So it's a wide variety of the industries we involved in the IoT program. So this is our unique characteristics of our Japan program. So on the left side, you can see our selected startup demographic. So in terms of the financial stage, we select 50% from the seed rounds, but the other 50% from the later than the Series A. So our accelerator program is unique, is the place to collaborate between the startups and the corporations. So 50% of startups are interested in our program with the solid products and also the business models. On the right side, we select 50% of the startups from Japan, but the other 50% are coming from the overseas. So I'm really glad to see the Transferify from the Southeast Asia segment pitching today, because they were one of our alumni of our program before. So as like a Transferify, most of the startups from the overseas are interested in either the Japan market itself or a collaboration with the Japanese corporations. So let's take a look at our program with a video. It's gonna be like a 1 or 2 minutes long.
いわゆる大手企業の皆さん、コーポレートパートナーの皆さんの速度が速い。非常に効率よく3ヶ月で、一緒にできそうなパートナー様と出会えた。で、結果的に、12の会社様と具体的なお話をさせていただいて、4社とは具体的な案件化につながったと。では、早速なんですが、日本企業の海外展開における問題点のところで少しお話ができればな。法人さんからのアドバイス、いろんなプロフェッショナルからのアドバイスいただけましたので、授業の見方が変わってきたという、そういう感じを持っております。海外展開をしたかったので、その土台作りをするために、ここでコネクションを作りたいと思って参加しました。日本以外のスタートアップがどういうことをやってるのかとか、彼らとのその接点で新しいアイデアが生まれるみたいなこともできましたと。なので、意外にこう横の連携というか、そこもすごい良かったなと思っています。本当にうまくこのプログラムをご活用いただいて、御社のやりたいこと、ミッションを達成していただければと思います。スタートアップにとってみればですね、こういった晴れの舞台いただけるっていうことは、認知度を高めるにあたって非常にありがたいことですので、
普段なかなか会えない大企業の方たちと一緒に実証実験までっていうところまでが、この短い期間の中でもできたっていうのはすごく大きな成果につながっているなというので、非常にありがたく思っています。
Okay, thank you. So far, we finished the 4 batches, and we selected 59 startups so far, and they are all brilliant startups. And you can take a look at one examples startups here. So I want to touch up on the achievements out from our accelerator program. In our IoT batch 4 program, it's like a latest one. We had 14 POCs out from this program in 3 months. So this is just the results out from the 3-month program. So we will expect more and more POCs and the commercial deals will be coming out from this our network. So I want to thank to our 16 startups selected to the batch 4, and also I want to thank for our 13 IoT corporate partners here listed here on the right bottom. So last but not least, we support the corporate innovation. So we provide Plug and Play Japan provides workshops and a bunch of workshop and events to drive the corporate innovation activities. So we do provide, I think it's really important to get increased engagement from all the aspects, from the executives, BUs, and also the champions. And we provide like events and workshops to get like a one-on-one, how to collaborate with the startups, and what is startup itself, and also what is that technology is. So we do provide this kind of workshop to the corporate partners to smoothly collaborate with the startups. Okay, so this is our team. So currently we have nearly the 40 staff in Plug and Play Japan, and they are all brilliant talents from the consulting firms, investment banks, governments, and also startups, etc. So we are always here to help you. So please contact us anytime you want. So I want to finishing up my presentation here. So for more information, I can share the more case studies, the tangible case studies out from our accelerator program. And if you are interested in our Japan activities and program overviews, please contact me here. So again, my name is Kenta Nakai. I'm the head of IoT program at Plug and Play Japan. And please feel free to contact me on the email address listed here. So thank you very much for listening. So I want to finishing up here, and I want to move to the startup pitching. So today from Japan side, we have 4 brilliant startups pitching today. So the first up is Empath. Empath is one of our IoT program alumni in back in batch 2. So Yamasaki-san, you here? Great. So please share your screen and start your pitch. Sure. When you're ready. Great. So go ahead. So please welcome Yamasaki-san from Empath.
Hi, I'm Hazumi, co-founder of Empath, and we develop emotion AI, which can identify human emotion from the voice. But without further ado, let me show you a live demo of our technology. So this is a demo application of the Empress, which can identify emotion from the voice. And we focus on not what you say, but how you say it. I mean, we focus on acoustic features of the voice, not the text, such as speed, tone, pitch, volume, intonation, and so on. And this is a live demo of emotion analysis from my speech. And now the graph is mostly occupied by green color, which means now I'm mostly calm. Of course I am. And from now on, let me show you some of the use cases and achievement we got. So as a product, we provide Empress SDK and API, which can identify four emotions, including joy, calm, anger, and sorrow, and all provided in real time, regardless of the language. And we already got 2,400 customers over 50 countries in multiple business sectors, such as mental health care, automobiles, robotics, VR, and so on. But as I will later introduce some of the use cases, we are now mainly focusing on the contact center as our primary target market. And we have global status. We won 10 international pitch competitions since we established our company, which means now we have now the global market admits the value of our technology. And we also accepted by some prestigious global accelerators such as Google Launchpad, Launchpad, and of course, Plug and Play. And the team is mainly comprised of talented AI researchers with international backgrounds, including Shio Takaki, who is the inventor of Empress technology, and myself, Hazumi, is mainly in charge of global business development. And we have Sarah from France as a chief data scientist, who is a specialist of voice emotion recognition technology. And we also have Steph from Holland, who is a specialist of the facial emotion recognition technology, because we are trying to make a multimodal emotion analysis platform in the future. And from now on, let me introduce some of the use cases of our technology in the field of the contact centers. We focus on improving the customer satisfaction in the contact centers. How come? The problem is contact centers cannot objectively and effectively evaluate their customer satisfaction because they're still using the questionnaire, but the response rate by customers is from 1 to 3%. And listening to all the call centers voice data costs a lot of human resources. And some of the contact centers has already adapted speech-to-text transcription technology, but it's quite, but it costs a lot of human resources to read all the text of the voice transcription. So how can we solve this problem? We provide our Empress SDK, which can not only detect emotion, but also identify the extent of the customer satisfaction from the voice data in the contact centers. So we could evaluate customer satisfaction from all the recorded voice data, which means we could lower the labor cost and improve the customer satisfaction in the contact centers. So as a product, we provide Empress SDK, which not only detect emotion, but also customer satisfaction. And we launched this new SDK in the beginning of this year, and we already got 900 contact center seats for our customers. And we also have other case study in this field. For instance, we are doing a consulting project. We already conducted 30 projects in various sectors, including HR, insurance, aviation, and so on. For instance, we use this technology to check the service quality of the operators. For instance, red box above demonstrates high quality operators whose emotional state is really calm, stably, and contrary to the low quality operators whose emotional state is quite unstable. So we succeeded in creating the AI model to check the performance of the operators. We also provide a model for complaint detection by collaborating with Avaya, which is the largest contact center solution company based in the United States. We succeeded in providing a real-time anger monitoring system to improve the monitoring by the supervisor for contact center operators. We also check the mental state of the operators. For instance, we use our energy point, which is our original barometer, to check the motivation and their positiveness of the mind. So we succeeded in decreasing their employees' turnover rate by using this barometer in the contact centers. And facing this COVID-19 situation, we launched a new product called Remotoki, which can analyze their conversation quality in this kind of a teleconference, like Zoom, or like Microsoft Teams, And so we could evaluate the quality of the conversation by using not only the emotional state, but also the conversation features. So our ask is, we are looking for the potential clients in a contact centers. We could do everything in remote. And we're also looking for our new partners for a new telework technology, especially for the remote key. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Yamasaki-san. So up next is Robert from Archela. So Robert, you here?
Yes, hello.
Okay, cool. So please share your screen and please start when you're ready. So the next up is Archela. They are located in South Korea. Okay, so please welcome Robert from Archela.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Robert Gray. We are at Chair Inc., specializing in visual anomaly detection, and I hope this presentation can inspire some use cases to help protect and grow your business. Achera was founded in 2016 by Samsung and SK engineers responsible for developing the facial recognition on the Samsung Galaxy S8 and helped to launch one of the most successful AR apps in Asia called Snow Camera. We are headquartered here in South Korea, and we have a presence in both Vietnam and Silicon Valley through wholly owned subsidiaries. And we've worked with many global corporations and system integrators to launch large-scale projects commercially and hope to add some of you to this growing list. Our partners and customers include Korea's largest utility and financial service providers, major telecoms, Incheon International Airport, among others. And today we have three main technology areas, and today I want to focus on our AI business, so specifically the facial recognition and visual anomaly detection. So our visual AI product is called AIR, which stands for AI Image Recognition. AIR is a visual anomaly detection software which can recognize any unusual event from a video or image to improve safety, security, and convenience. So AIR works in real time. It can be trained to detect any given anomaly, including objects and people, but is also camera and system agnostic, can be used on premise, on the cloud, on mobile devices, or through existing CCTV networks and cameras. So I'll show you a few kind of demonstration videos. Key technology of AIR is facial recognition, and here you can see AIR's features in action on a variety of devices for age, gender, and emotion recognition, multiple user recognition, access control, authentication, behavior detection, 3D facial feature detection, and more. And AIR's facial recognition is world-class, and this is proven by the NIST's facial recognition vendor test, as well as head-to-head benchmark tests, where Altera has shown up to 2 times better performance in a variety of situations over facial recognition giants such as NEC, SenseTime, Megvii, and Vision Labs. Another key technology is the ability to produce synthetic data, which you can see here on the right, to train algorithms where anomaly data is not readily available, such as with smoke and fire. And since the camera modality doesn't matter, we can even train AIR to detect methane or other gas through an infrared camera. So as long as the camera can see it, we can train an algorithm to detect it. To ensure accuracy and limit false positives, AIR goes beyond traditional image recognition by using time series AI to verify the anomaly in question. And by combining these technologies, you can see that AIR can be used in a variety of industries with use cases ranging from smart city and retail to fintech and wellness. And let's take a look at some of those use cases now. So currently AIR is running on more than 700 cameras across the United States and Korea to detect fire, both indoor and outdoor. And here you can see AIR in action on real wildfire video from California. And you can see how the AI is ignoring the clouds and limiting false positives by looking at the diffusion pattern of the smoke rather than just the anomaly area detected. And in California, our fire detection AI is currently running over AWS, and we have developed a web-based monitoring and alerting system so command centers can more easily monitor cameras through AI assistance. And this is improving accuracy and response times while decreasing labor costs. Recently, we have also started adding facial recognition to either multimodal thermal cameras, as you'll see here, using a video mapping technology to add a thermal IP camera to an existing CCTV network to automate fever detection. We're already in POC with Korea Telecom and a major retail space in Silicon Valley. So the other use cases here are also contact tracing, PPE verification, and those kind of use cases. Another great customer is Kajima Corporation, a large Japanese construction company. They're also using our air face recognition to manage subcontractors using face-based check-in, check-out system. We're aiming to promote this system to be used across Japan's iConstruction Career Up initiative. This works through both simple webcams as well as edge devices, and all the inference happens on the cloud. And due to the COVID-19 situation, we're also expanding this use case to include thermal detection, which I just mentioned. Air is also powering the world's third face payment system, Shinhan Card's FacePay. This is the first such system in Korea, and it's rolling out across the CU chain of convenience stores since early this year. Lastly, we're also providing smart city applications through Seongnam City's CCTV system for traffic management, as well as human attribute search applications. So unfortunately, I cannot cover all of our use cases, but I hope that some of these are of interest to you and inspire some ideas for us to work together. Please contact me to see how we can make your AI dreams a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Robert, for the great presentation. And thank you. So
Thank you.
Next up is Water Design Japan. Natsumi-san, you're here?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Now I can hear you. So please share your slides to get prepared for your presentation.
All right.
Okay, it seems you're ready. So please welcome Natsumi-san from Water Design Japan.
Okay, thank you guys for
Go
having
ahead.
me today. So I'm Natsumi from Water Design Japan. So let me introduce my team first. So we have a great engineer. His name is Shibazuka-san. He's the former CEO of Mitsubishi Chemical Kansui. So he has a deep knowledge about water-related business. And we have Kazushi as a CEO. He's a serial entrepreneur, and he has a deep experience doing business in China and Japan, and myself, Natsumi, experience in marketing and global expansion. And we provide the world's first ultra-fine bubble generator nozzle. So what is ultra-fine bubble is that it is a very tiny bubble that you cannot even see with your eyes. It is the size of 0.0000001 millimeter. It's almost same size as COVID-19 virus. And because the size of bubble, the bubble can stay in the water for a long time, and it can have many different effects. So let me explain about the four effects. So the first one is a hyperclean effect. The bubble is so small, it can go underneath the dirt cell to remove the dirt from the bottom, like you see in the picture. And the second effect is the accelerating plant growth. It encourages plant growth faster and bigger. And also moisturizing effect. The bubble cell is so small, it can go into the skin pores and also hair cuticle to give you a moisturizing effect. And lastly, gas distillation effect. This one is very interesting because right now, as we know, the maximum of the gas distillation percentage is known as 10,000 ppm, but by using ultrafine bubble in our nozzle, we were able to dissolve 10,000 ppm, which was not possible to think about. So all those four effects is the ultrafine bubbles effect. And we provide the world first water nozzle, which can generate ultra-fine bubble. And our nozzle got a patent. And as you see in a picture on the right side, you will be able to implement this after the water meter. So we will be able to transform all the bubble, all the water coming into your building will be ultra-fine bubble. So here's some strength point and differences of our product. And the first one is the one I just explained. Our nozzle can be implemented as a water pipe, and only our is be able to implement as a water pipe in Japan. And why we were able to do so? Because we do not use external air. The way we generate the bubble is different. We use water, and we also pass the drinkable water test, so that means it is safe. And some people might think you would need to have an external pump or gas or electricity, but it is not. It's a standalone device and almost no water pressure decline. And lastly, it is customizable depending on the customer's need and the sizes and materials. And here's some use cases. So we use ultrafine bubble for the hot spring facilities because ultrafine bubble is good for removing and preventing biofilms. And the second, use case, this is at the hospital. The white part you see in a picture is a scale, includes calcium. And in order to remove this scale, hospital usually uses a strong chemical. But it is harmful to the environment and it's cost-wise. And by using ultrafine bubble with it, we were able to clean it. And as a result, we were able to reduce 60% of the maintenance costs. So this is not just the cost saving, but also environmental friendly solution. And lastly, this is the test with the station bathroom water pipe. The dirty thing you see in the picture is a urinary stone. This is the cause of the smell of the bathroom. And there used to be no way to remove this. Either person go into the pipe to clean it or drain the strong chemical, but that would harm the pipe itself. So this was the leftover huge problem around the world. And by running ultrafine bubble for 100 hours, and we were able to remove the urinary stone as you see in the picture. And we have been growing without any marketing or PR, and we have sold more than 5,000 units so far. And we have partners such as cooking oil manufacturer, energy company, healthcare company, and more. And this February, we went on the Startup World Cup pitch contest, and we won as a winner for the Osaka regional. And we are going to pitch in San Francisco. Finger crossed, it will still happen. And lastly, we are now looking for partners. And here's some benefit for collaborating with us. Due to the coronavirus and pandemic, we have seen the hygiene issue and trends of the sanitization, and we believe the ultrafine bubble would be one of the solutions for this. And also, we believe ultrafine bubble would be one of the solutions for the environmental issue by decreasing the chemical usage and so on. So we can tackle this segment. And the third one is the gas distillation effect part. This part is very interesting and it has an unlimited possibility for its application. And we would like to work with the partner to do a more research or product development. And lastly, since ultrafine bubble is used for plant growth, and we do have some clients who use for farm and aquaculture, so we would like to expand our product for those segments as well. And if you're interested, please reach out to us. And thank you so much. Water design.
Thank you, Natsume-san, for your great presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So the next up is, last but not least, I want to welcome Michael from Iglis. Michael, you're here?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, great. So
Yeah,
can you
sorry
share
for
your
the name
screen?
confusion there.
Okay. Can you share your screen?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, please start when you're ready. So please welcome Michael from Iglis.
Hi, everyone. My name is Michael Kizik. We're Iglis, and our product line is Data Armor, which is essentially focuses on encrypting data with homomorphic encryption to allow you to do processing over data. The problem we're addressing is essentially the fact that to create proper IoT networks, to create proper AI and machine learning models, you need quite a lot of data. However, the more data you accumulate, the more of a problem it is to secure it. This becomes more problematic when you are processing this data in various environments, be it in the cloud or possibly in locations that you don't have complete control over. And this is what we focus on. Our product line focuses on encrypting data in such a way that you can actually still process this data in the encrypted state. Therefore, we focus on encrypting data in use as opposed to encrypting data in transit or data in storage or at rest, as most technologies are focused on. What our main product, Data Armor Gate, does is encrypt any sort of data stream from various devices, various data sources, be it IoT, be it servers, be it other equipment. This can be run as a specific gateway for various set of devices, or it could be run on the device itself and encrypt that single data stream. Then the data is located in the location of your choice. We're fairly agnostic with respect to where the data is stored. And then you can do operations over it, whether it be AI operations, machine learning, or with one of our other products that we're working on to securely give access to this data to data scientists or other folks that might need access to it. One of our use cases is a company that some of you might know, Tsubakimoto. It focuses on logistics. It is essentially an AI project that identifies specific products as they're being packed. This data is also encrypted and stored in a central location. This is beneficial if you don't have full control over the location, or if you don't want to have folks on that location to have access to any of this data, but you still want to be able to do operations over it. Another one is Smart City via secure computing. This is a project that collects data from various mobility devices. Obviously, this data is quite sensitive because it has quite a lot of information on your customer's location and activities. To be able to operate over this data without having to anonymize it, you have to encrypt it and keep it in an encrypted state. Another quite interesting usage is one project that we're working on is essentially encrypting data on vehicle information for various reasons, whether it be maintenance or tracking your fleet or whatnot. This data might need to be used by the vehicle itself for analyzing its operation. However, if you store all this information on the vehicle and someone has access to that vehicle that you might not want to have access to that data, things get quite complicated. So what we do is we encrypt this data, allow for processing over this data. However, the data itself is stored as an aggregate in a separate location while still encrypted, and only specific data points are decrypted as needed in case you need some further analysis or audit or whatnot. Our business model mostly focuses on these three points. One is obviously creating projects for our customers. It's more of a consulting approach for POC. Data aggregation is our Data Armor Gate product, as I mentioned earlier. The operations model is, the first product is Data Armor Room, which will allow you to access this data in a secure manner and control what folks do with this data. We're building other functionality as well. I'm not going to bore you with the competitive landscape because there's only a handful of companies that actually do any of this, and they're all startups. What I will do is tell you our positioning with respect to other companies to kind of compare. So what we focus is on deep tech. We're obviously open to partnerships with any companies that need this technology. We are also open to providing OEM solutions. But just to kind of give you an image, where we sit is essentially here. Who we are, our engineering staff is led by Dr. Yusuke Mariyama. He's got quite a lot of AI and data science projects under his belt, as well as encryption research. He's also a lecturer on the subject at Waseda University. Hiroshi Yatsugi leads our Japan business development team. He's got quite a lot of experience in the cybersecurity business, running his own company as well as working for large companies. Hiroki Imabashi is our CEO. He has 2 startups under his belt, and he's also a data scientist and a researcher as well. He's been featured in quite a lot of publications. Myself, I used to work for e-commerce operations at Bank of America, so I know firsthand the problems that companies face with releasing data, not even to third parties, but within their company, to controlling who has access to what data and in what capacity, especially if they have to analyze this data. So that's basically us. And here's some kind of accolades that we've gathered over the last year or so internationally. I'd like to mention that we're open to collaboration with any company, so please let us know if you're interested or if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. All right, so that's it for the Japan part. So I will be wrapping up with my thank you to all the startup pitching today. So please give a round of applause for all the startup pitching today, silently. So I'm always here to if you are interested in audience, if you're interested in collaborating with the startups, please contact me whenever you want. So my contact information is kenta@pnptc.com, kenta@pnptc.com. So, okay, so this session is supposed to end at 11:22. Oh, so it's 11:21. So it's great to end up very be punctual. So thank you
Thank you,
again for
Nakai.
the all the
Thank you,
stars.
Kenta.
All right, so I will passing my button to the Wayne to be closing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kenta, and thank you to all the startups that we have pitched today. I hope you've enjoyed our little IoT tour around Asia. So if you like the event today, I would like to share two of our upcoming virtual events. First is our APAC X Cross-Border Showcase featuring panel discussions and startup highlights for our FinTech, InsurTech, travel, sustainability, and smart cities programs in Southeast Asia. So this will happen across 3 days from the 26th to 28th of May. Also on 26th of May, we have our very first expo for our Plug and Play Kyoto program. So Kyoto is one of our newest offices for Plug and Play. So please feel free to join us to find out more about the program as well as the startups in the first batch of the program. Okay. I hope you've enjoyed having me as your tour guide. And again, if you have any interest to work with Plug and Play, or if you would like to connect to the startups from today's events, as I believe some of you might have questions for them. Unfortunately, we don't really have time for Q&A. So these are the emails for you to contact. I understand that the startups we've invited here today to share is really, really very broad across multiple subcategories of the Internet of Things. So in order to customize our sourcing and curation just for you, please reach out to us to have a conversation. Just a quick refresher, Patricia and myself, we are both from our APAC office in Singapore. Ashley is from our China office, and Kenta is from our Japan office. So that is all that we have for you today. I would like to thank everyone for joining us here this morning, all the startups for pitching, as well as all my colleagues across the different offices to help put this together. From what I understand from my colleagues, because we do have this event live streaming across different platforms as well, we have more than 40,000 of you actually tuned into this event. So thank you all for joining us. Please continue to stay safe during this period and do have a good weekend ahead. Thank you, everyone.